Good morning. I'm Richard Lewis Brown. Today is March 22nd, 2021. I seek your support and your vote for the upcoming Local 1000 election. As you know, the ballots will be mailed out on April 19th, and they have to be returned back by May 20th by 5 p.m. All right, this quick Facebook Live video is about the president of Local 1000, which will be me on July 1st, 2021. Now, the president sets the pace for Local 1000. The president creates the culture for Local 1000. The pace, the culture is not set by the vice presidents. It's not set by the board of directors. The president sets the pace. The president creates the culture. The president is the one that speaks to the media. In fact, the other people cannot talk to the media on behalf of Local 1000 unless they have the permission of the president. Now, there's a person running for office right now called Robert Basie, if I'm saying his last name correctly. And he asked me a question last night because I've been asking him to do a live Facebook video with me. And he said, am I going to allow him, if he wins the vice president for bargaining, to do his job? And he's referencing the current VP of bargaining, Tony Owens, who claims he wasn't allowed to do his job. What Robert Basie didn't state last night was that Tony Owens used the Local 1000 company credit card for his own personal use. What Robert Basie didn't tell you last night about the VP of bargaining, Tony Owens, not allowed to do his job, was he was constantly going to meetings late, if he was even going to the meetings. So, Robert Basie, when I'm elected president of Local 1000 this year, and possibly you still win for VP of bargaining, yes, you will help me. I will delegate power on how to handle the contract, the master contract. Per the policy file, the Local 1000 president is the chief negotiator. He or she delegates power or assistance to the VP of bargaining for bargaining. Now, Robert, you know this. So again, the president of Local 1000 sets the pace, not the VPs, not the board of directors. It's the president that sets the pace and creates the culture. And if you win the VP of bargaining, yes, I'm going to work with you. But my question is to you is, are you going to work with me? Because remember, I'm the chief negotiator of the contract. So have you reviewed my 10-point platform? Do you agree with creating and using a strike fund? Well, first of all, do you agree with eliminating all politics so we have money to truly negotiate for a real contract? That's my question to you, Robert Basie. Now, I've asked you to do a live Facebook video with me so that everyone can hear what we're talking about. That way, because I don't know what your platform is. Now, my platform is right here in my 2021 campaign brochure. It's a long 10 points. It's clear, it's direct. So when it's time for us to work together, should you win, do you embrace my platform? Because my platform is all centered on getting the very best contract for everyone, not just dues paying members. See, I've watched your posts on Facebook, and you always refer to dues paying members or members. If you watch my posts, Robert, you see me referring to all represented employees of Local 1000, because I believe that all represented employees should have voting rights for our Local 1000 elections and contract ratifications. And all Local 1000 represented employees should be job stewards. And that there should be no time requirements about you have to be a job steward for this long to run for statewide office. So these are the questions I have for you, Robert, because once I know that you fully embrace my 10-point platform as the leader of the organization, now I feel compelled to respect the will of the voters who voted for you. But the voters need to understand this. The president leads the organization, not the VPs. This is real talk. But you have constantly refused to do a video with me, to go live with me. And, that's really a shame, because what you're doing is when you refuse to do a Facebook Live video with me, you're mimicking the same behavior of a, quote, status quo leadership of Local 1000 that you are allegedly against. You want to know about the status quo. Am I against the status quo? You know I'm against the status quo. If I'm talking about allowing everybody to vote and become job stewardship and create and use a strike fund and get a 21% pay increase for everyone with GO pay and COLA and stop the POP right now. See, I don't hear you ever talk about, when you win this position, are you going to help me stop this POP right now before we even get to the next contract? I don't hear those words out of your mouth. See, I don't know if I hear that same passion, that same toughness out of you about making sure we fight for everyone to get a superior contract. I don't hear you say, once we sign this contract, we're never going back. I don't hear you going back in history and saying we had a contract 2013 to 2016 where we had protection against furloughs and POP. I don't hear you saying those things. Now, I hear you repeating stuff I've said in the past about the strike fund, that after our contract expires and we negotiate in good faith and we reach a legal impasse, we can go on strike. I've heard you say that. So people on Facebook are watching. I'm watching you, you're watching me, everybody's watching me. Because I speak the truth. I speak the gospel truth. What I said yesterday stays the same for today. It doesn't change. Because I'm dedicated to helping everyone equally in Local 1000, not just dues paying members. Some people can't afford to pay dues. Do you support me when I say we're going to reduce the dues by 50% for everyone? For the dues paying members? Do you support that? See, I have a lot of questions for you, Robert. I didn't even know you were going to run for VP of bargaining. Now, unfortunately, no one knows who's running for what, because until they send the ballots out with the voters booklet on April 19th, the only people who we know are running for sure are the people that I exposed on September 25th. And now, MTC or Unite Members for Change, whatever they're calling themselves, I exposed them with their names and their positions. I exposed Yvonne Walker with her crew, and I exposed Miguel Cordova and his crew, and Tony Owens. So every time I say something, it comes out to be true down the road. Now, I hear someone saying on Facebook, Richard, our POP is going to end. Did you get that in writing? I hear people talking, and I'm like, are people not reading? You have to read and then reread. And if you don't know what you're reading, ask for help. So Robert Baze, this live video, is about the fact that the president sets the culture, sets the pace, creates the culture for Local 1000. And if you look at those duties of the VP of bargaining, the number one duty is that contract. Assist the president in the contract negotiations. So when you say, well, am I going to respect the will of the voters? Yes, I'm going to respect the will of the voters. I'll take it a step farther. I know when I win this election that whoever wins VP, including yourself, most likely you're not going to want to work with me. Now here's what I'm going to say to you, Robert, and to all the other people running for the VP positions. Today is March 22nd, 2021. It's 7:30. I will not take you off union leave. I'm not that petty. I'm not that insecure. Okay? Let me say it for you again, Robert Baze. When you win this VP of bargaining and I'm the new president, I will not take you off union leave. I won't do it. I won't take any of the VPs off union leave. That's pettiness. That means your leader is insecure. Now, some people say that you guys, the current VPs were taking off union leave because they were campaigning and they were doing their own thing. Maybe there's some truth to that. Fact is, they were voted in by the voters and that they should have been kept on full-time union leave. And as your new president, Robert Beze, when you win, and I know I'm winning this election, I will not take you off union leave, and I will not take the other two VPs off union leave. That 1 weekend, that 1 week a month or whatever, that's BS. That's bogus. That's just silliness. So you have me on record today as saying that. What I want to know, Robert Beze, when do you have the courage, the testicular fortitude, the passion, the desire to come on Facebook Live and talk with me? If you don't want to debate me, okay, then talk with me. Let's talk about my 10-point platform. Let me see if you embrace it. Because if you're telling me live on Facebook in front of everyone that you don't embrace my 10-point platform, but yet we still have to work together on this next contract, and I'm telling people in my 10-point platform, point 6, create guaranteed enforceable union contracts by finally hiring a team of college-educated, experienced professional labor negotiators to aggressively fight for substantial compensation, 21%, that includes GOP and COLA for everyone. If you don't agree with that, then we have a problem already. So before you ask me some questions, show me some courage and come on Facebook Live and talk to me. Because I'm always ready. Day or night, doesn't matter to me. I'm not afraid. I don't have to do scripted videos. I can do live videos. You can do videos at your convenience. What I want you to know, Robert Beze, when you call me out, bring a friend. Bring some backup. Because you know these other so-called wannabe Local 1000 leaders, they're afraid of me. They don't want to go on video with me. Because all of their lies, all their hypocrisy, I'm going to expose them for what they really are. Hypocrites, liars, and they don't care about all represented employees of Local 1000. Now that's real talk. That's what it is. And when I win this election, there's going to be a whole new culture created for Local 1000. This word change is not enough. Change is not enough. Again, the purpose of this Facebook Live video, the president creates the culture, sets the pace for Local 1000. Not the board of directors, not the VPs. Maybe you should go back and check the website and read about the duties. The president is the leader of the organization, not the vice presidents. It would be nice, Robert, if you decided to show courage and do a Facebook Live video with me. And then everyone can see for themselves. These two people can work together. Or they'll know ahead of time, these two people are going to have a hard time working together. But let's not, hide in the dark. That's what our current leader does. She hides in the dark. She, cites poems. When she does her videos, she doesn't tell you anything. Has she told you recently how she's going to stop this POP immediately? Because we got 15 billion surplus, 10.3 unprojected revenue, 22 billion in savings, and we're getting someone said that we're getting another 26 billion from the federal government. Has she told you how she's stopping this POP immediately? But yet you want to ask me if I can work with you? The question is, do you embrace my platform? Can you work with a strong leader like myself who's transparent, who's going to fight for everyone equally? That's the question, Robert Beze. Okay, today was March 22nd, 2021. I'm Richard Lewis Brown. I seek your support to become the new Local 1000 president. And this video was about setting the pace, creating the culture that comes from the Local 1000 president. See, the current Local 1000 president, she's the status quo. And that's why you use that word status quo, because I've been saying it over and over and over and over again. So you're taking my words and using them again, Robert. I know what you're doing. Just letting you know. I'm watching you. Okay, thanks for your time. Make it a great day in the state of California.